looking at with French fries, now we did the cold fry method, right? We brought it up from cold. That allows us to set the outside, cook the inside of the potato all the way so that we have a nice crispy outside, or should have a nice crispy outside, and really tender inside. Our control was what oil? Fryer oil, right? Fryer shortening. So we got really good browning. They're still crispy even after sitting here for a while. There you go. And they taste like McDonald's. Not really. McDonald's spent millions of dollars getting their French fries right. They even have the potatoes patented.
I work for someone
That's what we're talking about at work the other day.
Yeah. Yep. Only a certain select farms are allowed to grow the potatoes. They have their own breed of potato that has the right amount of starch and sugar. And,
These guys love the sugar.
yeah. But what you'll see with that is that traditional flavor that you're used to getting with fries, because that's fryer shortening. The next one that we're going to see is pork lard. So pork lard has a higher smoke point, but notice what happened to the color. Super, super light. Smells like pork. All right, so pork lard, not quite as crispy. A little bit lighter in color, a little bit soggier. But flavor's really good because it's a saturated fat, right? Saturated fats come from animals. So it's, yeah, I heard somebody say it tastes kind of bacony. It does actually leave a lingering flavor of almost bacon in your mouth. So you can definitely taste the pork.
I think it would be good with just a hint of pork lard next time.
It
kind of tastes like when you bite into it, like seeps out. The
yeah,
trimmings
you
of
get
the
that
pan after you
saturation.
cook the bacon.
Yeah. And does anybody know what we generally use pork lard to cook when we're talking about frying? Yeah, chicken, right? If you've ever had fried chicken fried in lard, you're not gonna go back because that's the best way to do it. Because you incorporate that pork flavor and it just adds that depth of meatiness and it really gives you a really nice crisp on that skin. Let's see, next one we're looking at the ringer in this one, coconut oil. So we use an unrefined, see the jars right back there? So it's solid at room temperature. And it tastes like Hawaiian Sun lotion. Oddly good though. Like that's the weird thing.
It's like lotion, but you just keep eating.
No, it's good. I mean, it's different. Like you're used to the flavor of a French fry, so it kind of messes with your mind. But like you're like, oh yeah, that's coconut. Coconut has a super high smoke point. Now, if you didn't want the coconut flavor, you know, it's really good to like use coconut oil for curries and, you know, sautés where the flavor's wanted, where, you know, you're balancing that with sweet or saltiness and spiciness. If you were to use it and you didn't want the flavor, get that refined oil that's liquid at room temperature. You lose the flavor of the coconut, but you keep the good frying properties. Smoke point on coconut is about 415.
I like that flavor.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's like, yeah. So, you know, part of this is like seeing what the flavors are and the ones that actually surprise you. This one's a classic for French fried potato, and it's duck fat. So, liquid gold, right? Duck fat. Duck fat is super rich, poultry flavor. But it does have a pretty high smoke point, so it does give you a really nice fry. It's become more and more popular on menus to have duck fat fries, duck fat fried items. It's not cheap though. So this is the most expensive fat we have on the table. When you get ducks in, if you ever process ducks or you work with ducks, never throw anything away. You can take all the scrap pieces of fat and skin, grind them up, and render out the fat. So it's one of those things you never throw away, and you always want to have a little bit of pork fat or duck fat on hand. Really good stuff. Still gives you a really nice crisp, really good color, and it doesn't soak into the fry. All right, number 5. What did we have on 5? Peanut oil. All right, so peanut oil. What's the downside to peanut oil? It's more expensive. Allergies, right? One of the number 1 allergies in the United States is peanuts or some type of nut allergy. It has a really high smoke point, really good frying properties, really good flavor, and yeah, it's not cheap. It is an expensive oil. You do run the risk, though, of cutting out the people you can serve, which every year is getting more and more and more people, unfortunately. All right, let's see. We're up to 6. What was 6? Who had 6?